And you know I'm right, because every one of you has sat through one of those diversity training sessions and thought, this is some bullshit. And it's not just you. Over 900 studies have shown that DEI programs don't make the workplace better for minorities. In fact, it can actually make things worse because of the backlash effect. Remember DARE from school? Y'all remember DARE? Yeah. She said, woo. DEI training is like DARE for racism. And you all know how effective that was. I was sitting there going, oh, shit, there's a ton of fun drugs I should try. I didn't even know about Molly. Thanks, Officer John. But the biggest failure of DEI is that the number of black people in power at big companies is basically the same as it was 5 years ago. In fact, maybe the only thing that DEI has accomplished is giving racist white people cover to be openly racist.
DEI breeds complacency, Dana, and complacency kills.
We're going to have doctors who don't know how to perform heart surgery, and we're going to have planes that are falling out of the sky.
Boeing recently bragged not about being the best in the business, but about surpassing its diversity quotas. Oh, goody. But then, not so good, a door flying off one of Boeing's 737 Supermaxes.
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Trump signed an executive order dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government. He also ended affirmative action in federal contracting, reversing policies dating back to Lyndon Johnson's administration.
This is him trying to follow through on campaign promises to make it harder for black voters to move forward and to be successful in society.
Public opinions are mixed.
You're not do away with it, no.
It's not right. It's going against the grain.
Former state senator Adam Ollier sees the changes as a smokescreen to undermine workplace equity.
This is not about fairness or equity. This is about punishing people who don't vote for him.
The move is also projected to have a chilling effect on private sector DEI programs. Federal agencies are directed to identify compliance probes for corporations and universities engaged in diversity initiatives, and that's raising some concerns.
Well, we know that the metrics matter, right? We understand that metrics are important, and we know that companies cannot force people to be diverse, to have equity or inclusion.
Detroit pastor Lorenzo Sewell, who attended the National Prayer Service with the president, is very critical of DEI.
That there was a little maybe intellectual dishonesty if you're a proponent of legacy policy. So because your father worked here, we're going to hire you. We're going to give you an advantage because your father went to this Ivy League school.
Listen, I'm a business owner, and I'm also a local church pastor. Anyone that I hire, I don't hire because of their skin color. I don't hire because of their sexual orientation. And I don't know any entrepreneur or any business owner or any government official that says, I'm going to select someone because of the way they look or because of their gender. I believe that we live in a country where if you are the best at what you do and you're the most competent, the Bible says that your gift makes room for you.
To finally be seen and approved for retail, because contrary to whatever the world might tell you, it has been very hard for Black-owned businesses to hit shelves, right? Which is why it's such a big deal when we do finally land inside of retail. So it is definitely heartbreaking to feel unsupported, right? However, I am in business in multiple ways with Target, with Walmart, and Amazon, right? I sell Donna's Recipe, my hair care products, right, are on Amazon. They're also in Target. And, of course, I have a huge partnership with Target. I sell my seasonings at Walmart. I do business all over, just like many other people. And what I can tell you is, if we all decide to boycott and be like, no, we're not spending no money at these organizations, listen, I get it. And if that's how you feel, honey, I 1000% get it. But so many of us will be affected, and our sales will drop. Our business will be hurt. And if any of you know business, it doesn't just happen overnight where you can just go take all your stuff and pull it off the shelves. There's a process. And then you got to Like, where you gonna put it? You got to have a place to store it. That's money, right? You got to have another place to sell it, which is almost impossible sometimes. And even if you sell online, it's a process when it comes to business. And everyone does not have the funds or the means or the availability, the space to house their own products, right? But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, you know, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are? Then what happens, right? Now, I know that something that could solve it is ownership of these big corporations, right? It's a long way to go there. There are amazing companies like the Village Market in Atlanta, right, who support small businesses, and you can go in there and there's some amazing things that you can buy. But it's one store and it's very small. We're talking about mass market. You can't build that overnight. Do we all sometimes have these big dreams and aspirations to do that? Absolutely, right? But it is easier said than done, but it's not impossible. But until then, and in order to get there, we unfortunately have to play the game. And in playing that game, we got to be smarter than the ones who think they're in control, okay? And I say that to say, don't allow trying to be mindful with how I say this, because I want God to give me the right words, but don't allow foolishness
Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. You know who it is, who it should be. AKA J Cass. Better known now as who? Trucker J. I'm at my stop at South Click, South Carolina, getting loaded and reloaded. No, getting unloaded and reloaded. But Black America, I have to talk to you. We in a world of trouble, man. See, they created this illusion with immigration and the migrants and the border. But his ulterior motive, his plan, was to expose Dr. King and tarnish his legacy, expose JFK and Robert FK, get rid of civil rights for blacks that was put in place way back in, I think, either 1965 or way back, where equal opportunity, no discrimination on jobs. Trump signed a bill and wiped that all out. Meaning, if a corporation or a company only wants to hire pilgrims and keep us black and brown out, guess what? They can do that by law. They won't get in trouble no more. No affirmative action no more. This is crazy. This is bringing us back to them Jim Crow days. So just imagine if they really, really act on this. This has only been the first week. And Boyd out here signing off on everything. I'm going to say boy, because when you talk about boy, like that black dude did in Florida, Was it Florida? They went and locked his ass up. So I'm gonna say boy. Boy signed off on all these executive orders, everything that them pilgrims was passing them, anything that the racist Republicans came up with, passing them. You heard? He's signing off. All you idiots, black and brown, because I remember when the campaign was going on, right? And they was going to the hoods in Philly, New York, everywhere. And a lot of people kept complaining, oh, nah, Biden this, Biden that. Kamala this, Kamala that. Oh, snap. Homeboy got a black eye. Look like somebody gave him the two-piece, another trucker. His joint sitting kind of crazy. But yeah, y'all was complaining about Biden so much. And y'all voted for Trump, but Trump is not for you. He's for his own people. You get what I'm saying? He's trying to get rid of Medicaid. I think he signed off on that. I know it was the DEI Act, signed off on that. Of course, he's on the migrants' neck. Like they rape, and like I told you in my last video, I said now they're gonna use that as an excuse to raid people's houses, raid businesses, to go after migrants. I said this, and that's exactly what they're doing, man. Thank God that, you know, I can't even say that, like, that we American citizens, because right now he's about to make it bad for us, man. Real spill. Like at first, I was like, Trump just being boy, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm getting kind of nervous for my kids, for the future, because he's putting these plays in place now. You get what I'm saying? How do you get rid of affirmative action? How could you equal opportunity for a job? He's eliminating that, man. He already signed off on it. So now all these jobs is not only jobs, anything can be, anything that's considered discriminatory or discrimination. Hold on a second. Huh? Part of self. I don't waste it like 8 minutes on that because the thing is off center. That's why it wasn't right. Anyways, man, back to my train of thought. So he signed off on all these bills to basically eliminate any type of rights. It's getting to the, it's like a dictatorship that he's trying to create, and that means on any level that you discriminated on, you can't fight it. There's no way to fight it because it's in law now that they could discriminate against you for a loan. They could discriminate against you for anything, a house, and there's nothing you could do about it, even if it's plain as day. And another thing he's doing, like I told y'all, boy is doing, the whole immunity for the police. They have yet to lock up them people in that Marcy correctional facility that beat up that young man and unalived him. He passed away the next day from his injuries with his hands handcuffed behind his back, and ain't nothing was done about it. They didn't lock nobody up, and that happened on December 10th. We almost at the end of January. It's about to be spooky out here, man. For real. It's about to be real crazy out here. Like, man, try to stay out the way. But what's crazy is if you want that promotion, you want that job, they could deliberately just discriminate against you, and there ain't nothing you could do about it but be upset. What this world coming to, man. See, he finessed a lot of y'all. I don't vote. He finessed a lot of you black and browns. Because I remember when they was going around on the campaign trail and they was like, who you going for? Y'all had Trump signs. Trump's not for you. He's not for us. He's for the rich and his own kind, period. It's about to be some scary hours out here. For real. No more equal opportunity? Do you know what that does? No equal opportunity for any type of job or nothing. They could just basically hire all pilgrims and there's nothing you could do about it, man. I feel for a lot. I feel for us. Because it's not just the migrants. Like I said, that was the smoke screen. They was like, yeah, we're going to make it seem like we just want the immigrants out of the country. Yeah, they want the immigrants out of the country, but they also had an agenda for your black ass. And then, why is he so... Dr. King, if I'm 50, Dr. King been dead about 50 years, right? Right? Why he wants to expose and talk about the FBI tapes when they was surveilling Dr. King, following him around, bugging his hotel, blah, 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 trying to tarnish his legacy. Oh, ho, ho. He about to get rid of Juneteenth. I forgot about that. And we just got Juneteenth, what, 2 years? 3 years maybe? He eliminating that. And I think he's about to he's eliminating Juneteenth. Also, February Black History Month out the door. Also, he's trying to get rid of Martin Luther King Day. No more celebrating Martin Luther King Day. No more Black history in schools. Florida already on that type of time. There's no school in Florida that teaches Black History Month right now. And that was before Trump even got in office. It's about to get ugly out here, man. And we need to band together. Stop blowing each other's tops off. It's time to band together. Because it's about to be real, man. No equal opportunity. So that means if people can't get a job, what's going to happen? It's going to be anarchy, man. It's going to be crazy out here. I'm going to tell wifey, get more firearms. Real talk. Real talk. It's about to be nuts out here, man. If people can't get a job because it's passed in the law that the people that own the business can be like, nah, I don't want no minorities. I don't want no Latin people. Then a lot of people going to be homeless. And he's trying to do away with Medicaid and all that. So you can't go to the state and get food stamps no more. He's trying to get rid of all that. It's about to be crazy out here, man. Stay prayed up. And then even if boy, because he old, gets sick and pass away or something, his predecessor, his vice president, gonna be on that same type of time. It's nuts out here, man. And a lot of y'all voted for this man, black and brown. And look, he's showing you his ass. He's not playing, man. Boy is not playing. That's sick, man. He trying to bring us back to Jim Crow. No affirmative action? Getting rid of Juneteenth? No celebrating Black History Month in February? It's about to get real in the field, man. I'm speechless because I can't believe that this guy is really out here trying to do this to us, man. 100, man. I'm gone.